What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you tonight? I know it's late for Awareness Monday, but better late than never, right? Better late than never. Anyway, this is Get to Know, Stop, Standing Tough on Pedophilia. That's what we do here. That's why this is important. Tonight's edition of Awareness Monday is centered on plea bargains, plea deals when it comes to parasites that sexually abuse children. I started a new petition. My friend Maria G actually got it all set up for me, for us. I got the link for it is in the chat. Why the fuck don't you have a wrench? Anyway, so here's the deal. So the petition is as simple as this. Okay. The issue. Child sexual abuse is a horrific crime that leaves lifelong scars on its victims, and shockingly high rates of plea agreements in these cases only serve to exacerbate the problem. Limited academic research on prosecution outcomes show that in studies of sexual crimes against children, rates of plea agreements range widely but are high, ranging from 46% up to 82% of cases resolving through guilty pleas rather than trials. This practice raises serious concerns about justice being served and victims receiving due recognition by the legal system. Plea deals in cases involving child sexual abuse are unacceptable. They send a devastating message that crimes against children can be bargained away like a negotiation for lesser crimes. I guess this would help. I thought you had a wrench on this channel. Anyway, yeah. Each plea deal represents instance a court where the severity of their experiences is minimized and where offenders can escape full accountability for their actions. This petition aims to bring an end to plea deals in cases of child sex crimes, ensuring that each case proceeds to trial. The only way for victims to receive the justice they deserve is through a legal process that reflects the gravity of the offenses committed. Trials are essential to bring all facts into light, allowing for a complete narrative to be presented, and necessary in ensuring that all parties, especially victims, feel heard. By ending plea bargains in these cases, we can foster a legal environment that prioritizes justice and healing for victims over convenience and expendency, sorry, my bad, for offenders. It's time for lawmakers and judicial authorities to reassess their stance on this matter and provide the comprehensive legal process that child victims deserve. We call upon legislators, prosecutors, and judicial authorities to take immediate action, urgently reform the legal system to ensure that crimes of this nature are tried in court, and ensure victims' voices are heard and respected. Please sign this petition to demand justice for victims for child sex abuse and to ensure that no child can ever suffer in silence, overshadowed by a system that places bargains over justice. Together, we can make a difference in the lives of countless children who need our support and advocacy. Over 90% of criminal convictions in the U.S. And nearly all federal cases are resolved through plea bargains instead of trials. Sex crimes against children are too often treated the same way, with cases negotiated for convenience rather than fully prosecuted. This allows people who abuse children to receive reduced charges or lighter sentences, not because the harm was any less, but because the system values speed over justice. A child does not get a plea bargain. A survivor does not get a reduced sentence for lifelong trauma. Crimes against children should never be minimized, negotiated, or swept aside. Justice for abused children must be absolute. This is a call to action. This must stop. Join us in our fight for true justice. Okay, now on to the rest of it. Oh, oh my gosh, I didn't send it. Sorry. I was wondering why nobody's popped up yet. Dumbass. What's up, James Chapman? What the fuck? What the fucking? Why do none of you have a wrench? Motherfucker. Yep, it sure does. All right. Awareness Monday. Plea bargains. When justice negotiates with evil. Let me say something right up front, and I need everyone to really hear this. Children do not get plea deals. Victims do not get plea bargains. And survivors do not get plea bargains. There is no negotiation when innocence is stolen. And yet, every single day, the justice system negotiates downward with people who commit sex crimes. This is what a plea bargain is. It's a deal, a compromise, a quiet agreement made behind closed doors. And when that deal involves sex crimes, especially crimes against children, it is not justice. It is institutional betrayal. What plea bargains really mean? People are told plea bargains are about efficiency, about saving court time, about sparing victims from testifying. That sounds compassionate until you actually look at who benefits. Because a plea bargain says this: what happened to you was negotiable, plain and simple. It says the sentence can be reduced, the charges can be lowered, the truth can be softened, and the damage can be minimized. So the offender can move on faster. That's right. So the offender can move on faster. Not the victim to heal faster. Not to be held fully accountable as a perpetrator. Just move on. Meanwhile, the victim carries it forever. Forever is a long time. One second. I'm going to get something to drink. And yes, it's a beer. The victim already paid the full price. Let's get something straight. It's ATS. What's up, my friend?
Going on?
Not much, man. How are you doing tonight, bro?
Have you heard the latest in Florida?
I've heard a couple of things. What's going on right now?
The bill that got passed. Now, if you get charged with sexually assaulting a minor of 12 years or younger, you're looking at the death penalty.
Yeah, but it's not all. I mean, it's a step in the right direction, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. Because it's not like it's a first offense, but it's a third offense, a subsequent charges, and it's just like getting a bitch on a regular felony.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
So
I mean it is a step in the right direction. Don't get me wrong, but it's not good enough. Like in a lot of these cases, in most of these cases, especially when they gain notoriety and on social media and in the news and shit, most of them, you should face the death penalty on the first offense.
I agree.
That's how I feel about it. So, no, you get down. Okay, the victim already paid the full price. Let's get something straight. A victim of sexual abuse already paid everything. Their safety, their sense of control, their trust, their childhood, their body, their peace, their future relationships, their mental health, sometimes their faith, sometimes their will to live, and sometimes even their life. There was no negotiation when the abuse happened. No judge stepped in and said, let's reduce the harm. No prosecutor said, let's spare this child. So why in the fuck does the system suddenly become gentle when it's time to punish the person who caused it? Why? Plea bargains silence victims. Here's the part people don't like to talk about. But what do we do here on Get to Know? We talk about the things people don't like to talk about. Plea bargains often mean no full trial, no full testimony, no public record of what really happened, no moment where the truth is fully exposed. For many survivors, that trial is not about revenge. It's about being believed. It's about being seen. It's about hearing a court say clearly, this happened and it was wrong. A plea bargain often robs victims of that moment. It replaces truth with paperwork. Plea bargains protect offenders, not children. Let's stop pretending otherwise. Plea bargains reduce sentences, reduce registration requirements, reduce charges from felonies to misdemeanors, reduce prison time, increase the chance of reoffense. And yes, sex offenders reoffend. We all know this. Especially when consequences are light. Especially when accountability is partial. Especially when the system teaches them they can bargain their way out. Hang on. And yes, sex offenders reoffend, especially when consequences are light, especially when accountability is partial, especially when the system teaches them they can bargain their way out. Every reduced sentence is a future risk. Every negotiated charge is a door left unlocked. But it spares the victim from testifying is one of the best things everybody says. This is the most common defense, and it sounds caring until you actually ask survivors. Some survivors do not want to testify, and that choice should always be respected. But many do. Many want to speak. Many want to confront. Many want their story on record. Many want the truth exposed. A plea bargain often removes that choice entirely. It decides for the victim without asking what justice looks like to them. That is not trauma informed. That is not survivor centered. That is control, dressed up as compassion. Justice should not be convenient. Let me say this plainly. If the justice system is more concerned with speed than truth, with efficiency than accountability, with comfort than consequences, then this is not a justice system. This is an administrative system. Sex crimes are not paperwork problems. They are human catastrophes. They deserve the full weight of the law. Every time, no shortcuts, no deals, no bullshit. What banning plea bargains for sex crimes means. Banning plea bargains in sex crime cases means crimes are charged at their full severity. Sentences reflect the real harm done. Victims are not erased for convenience. Offenders face consequences proportionate to the damage. Society sends a clear message. You do not get to negotiate sex abuse. This isn't about vengeance. This is about accountability. This is about making a change. This is about stopping a child from losing their innocence in their childhood. A system that negotiates with abusers is not neutral. When the system negotiates with someone who raped, molested, trafficked, or exploited another human being, especially a child, it is choosing a side. And too often, it chooses quiet resolution over loud truth. And one thing I'm good at is being loud and speaking the truth. But silence is where abusers thrive. Why this petition matters? This petition isn't radical, it's moral. It says some crimes are too severe to bargain. Some harm is too permanent to discount. Some lines should never be crossed or negotiated. Children don't get plea bargains. Victims don't get plea bargains. So offenders shouldn't either. Here's my final word for all you folks tonight. If you are uncomfortable hearing this, good. I'm glad. Because discomfort is where change begins. If you are a survivor, hear this clearly. What happened to you was not negotiable. And you deserve more than a deal behind closed doors. And if you believe children deserve real protection, not symbolic protection, not watered down justice, then this is where you stand up. Sign the petition, share it, talk about it. Refuse to stay quiet. We're not fucking around no more. It's time for action. Because justice should never come at a discount when innocence was taken at full price. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot express enough how fucked up plea bargains are when it comes to sex crimes, especially to children. Help me.
It's really,
Go ahead.
We need less plea bargains. I totally agree. You know, especially when it comes to the sexual assault, even child abuse, even the physical, just the when you abuse a child that is too young to understand the right from wrong. You know, some parents take it out of hand. You know, even step parents. You know, I went through not just the sexual, I went through the physical abuse also. You know, and I used to run away and hide in dumpsters because I was scared. Shouldn't have to.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't.
Shouldn't have to run away and hide.
And if you look at it logically, what a plea bargain is a way, it's convenience to get a conviction, and that's all that seems to matter anymore. When 99% of the time, if they just didn't make a plea bargain with these motherfucking pieces of shit, then if they took it to trial, that jury, they're going to find these people guilty of these crimes, and they're going to get sentenced to the fullest extent of the law.
I totally agree.
You know what I mean? Like it makes
if
me.
A jury was to find a person not guilty when all the evidence is right in front of them, there's something wrong.
Yeah, and in cases where the jury does find him not guilty, I'm sure it's because they weren't guilty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like let these parasites face the jury of their peers. Let them stand trial for the severity of their crime, and let them be punished to the fullest extent of the fucking law. Let's quit slapping these motherfuckers on the hand and quit giving them plea deals, because it makes me sick. It makes me sick as fuck. Every single day, hundreds of cases get swept under the fucking rug and never talked about because of a plea bargain. For a parasite. Yep. A fucking parasite. It's not okay. It's not acceptable anymore.
I've seen firsthand, when I was incarcerated, I met a guy who ended up going to prison for a crime he didn't commit. And then I met a guy who admitted to 9 counts, only was found guilty on 4, and he got slapped on the wrist.
Happens every day.
I'm like, so a guy that is actually innocent is found guilty, and a guy that is guilty is slapped on the wrist.
Yeah. I use this as an example on here quite often. 6, 7, 8 years ago, I don't remember exactly how long it was ago, but my brother-in-law got busted for trafficking narcotics. We're talking pounds of drugs. Coke, meth, you name it, he trafficked it. The thing about it is my brother-in-law got sentenced to 36 years fixed federal prison and state combined to 36 years fixed. 80% of that has to be done before they even think about an early release. As soon as he gets released off federal, he'll go do his state time. The thing where this kicks in is my brother-in-law will probably die in prison because of a drug that he trafficked. And I'm not saying drug trafficking is okay, because it's not. But the motherfucker that was sentenced right before him was in court on his 5th charge of production, distribution, and receiving child pornography. And he got 5 motherfucking years. This piece of shit is already out of prison. And my brother-in-law is going to die in prison because he sold drugs to somebody. An adult. Not even a child. Where's the justice in that? Where does it come in? Where the fuck does it make sense that that's okay? Where does it say that that's okay? It seems like the sentences should have been reversed to me.
You know, that guy that got 5 years, you'd be surprised at how many drug addicts he created.
Oh, yeah.
Because I did a live earlier talking about trauma and addiction and their connection. And substance abuse is connected to trauma.
Yes.
And and they were saying in the article I was reading, it says you have to attack both the addiction and the trauma at the same time.
And that is such a hard thing to do.
It is, because you can sober up, and then while you're dealing with trauma, something could trigger you to go back.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to get help with both at the same time, which is very difficult.
It's almost impossible.
But that is the only way you're going to truly survive and overcome all odds, is to deal with both at the same time. That's what happened to me. I admitted myself into a mental hospital to sober up and get help at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I knew that I could go to rehab, but rehab's not going to help me with my trauma. What's going to help me with my trauma and my addiction? Admitting yourself into the psychiatric ward of a hospital to get the help you need. And I did.
That's good. Like I said, a lot of people don't. You know, a lot of people end up taking their own life, and it's such a huge thing, and it's just like it's swept under the rug. I don't fucking get it. I don't understand it. It it fucking wrecks me emotionally, spiritually. It just wrecks me. It and it should make you guys feel the same way if you guys have an honest heart. I'm just saying.
As soon as you posted that link, I signed the petition.
I appreciate it.
I 100% support everything you've done, and you do. You know, you have. Oh,
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I was talking to my wife.
so it's not, I would say, courage, because you got that all day because of the demons you had to fight. And what I was saying is you have the what's that word I'm looking for? It's not passion, because you got passion also.
The determination, the drive,
Yeah, the drive.
the
You
want.
know, even though it's triggering and it brings you back, you keep fighting. You keep fighting.
I don't have a choice, man. It's the only way I'm going to make a difference, man. Nobody deserves to go through the kinds of things that we went through, ATS. Nobody.
No.
And if by me getting up here and making myself vulnerable like I do, and putting my story out there on the World Wide Web, it'll be here forever. So be it. Why shouldn't I? I'm not a hero.
No.
I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a regular guy who's been through some shit.
Trying to make a big difference. Trying to make a change.
Yes, indeed.
Just a regular guy trying to make a change in this world.
Yes, indeed. That's it. Why? Because every child deserves it. Every child deserves to grow up without being traumatized by adult pigs. So I leave you that, ladies and gentlemen. What's that, ATS?
Once they're traumatized,
that's it.
It's basically you destroyed their life.
Yeah. Like I look back on my abuse, and I look back on the choices I've made after the abuse, and I just wonder how much my life would be different if I wouldn't have been raped and molested as a child. But like I said on here before, I wouldn't change it in the world. I wouldn't change it for the world. I really wouldn't. If I had to go through it all over again, I would. Because why? Because it's given me the strength and courage, and I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing now, and I wouldn't be on the mission I'm on to get shit changed and to hold pedophiles accountable for the disgusting, grotesque things they do to children. So Sign the petition, ladies and gentlemen. Sign the petition. ATS, I fully expect you to share it out on your channel. I'm sure you
Yeah, I'm
will.
gonna share it out on my channel.
Post it up. Post it up. If you could you post it up on this channel's community tab and on the other channel community tab too for me? I'd appreciate it. Put it up
Am
on
I
your.
able to post on your community tab?
You should be able to, yeah.
Okay.
But
All right.
with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, remember, one child is one too many. Ladies and gentlemen, one child is one too many. What's up, Jack? What's up, KY? I'm getting out of here, man. Go back and watch this. It was a really good one. Share it out. Get it out there. Oh, LD entered the studio. What's up, LD?
What's up? How you doing, G2?
Yeah, it's Awareness Monday, so you know.
Yeah, fucking Mondays.
Yeah, just go back. I'm getting ready to end this. This is my series. This is my serious stream. So, good one. I started another petition. I got another petition going. I hope you guys sign it. Everybody sign it.
What is it? I didn't hear what the petition was about.
Have to go back and watch the stream, bro. That's the whole thing. Yeah, it's at change.org. It's change.org. What's up, Niels? What's up, DJ Electra? So go back and watch the stream, ladies and gentlemen. I might start another live stream here in a little bit, but I'm getting out of here. I just wanted to this. It's Awareness Monday. I had a late start today. Please go back and watch this. It's only 30 minutes of your time. You won't be disappointed. I really appreciate it if you would. But I got some things I got to take care of. Thank you all for being here, even though you showed up a little bit late. It's all good. Much love, much respect.
Yeah, bro.
Love you, bro.
Brother. See you soon.
ATS, much love, brother. Remember, ladies and gentlemen,
brother.
this is Get to Know Stop. Over here, we are standing tough on pedophilia, ladies and gentlemen. One child is one too many. Hang them high and fuck them low. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Later, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.